Good afternoon and welcome to 6 Minutes. Today's special will be focused on Parkinson's disease. Today we're going to sit down with a doctor to explain the biological side of the disease, a loved one of someone struggling with the disease to see the effects on other people, and an actual person living with Parkinson's to show how everyday life is with the disease. To start off our show, Pam will start by interviewing Dr. Batarse.
On behalf of 6 Minutes, I'd like to thank you for joining us today.
It's my pleasure.
So to start off, can you explain to us what part of the brain is affected when someone has Parkinson's disease?
The part of the brain that's affected is a small structure called the substantia nigra, which is located right above the midbrain. This part of the brain produces dopamine and helps coordinate smooth movement.
What happens to this part of the brain?
When someone has Parkinson's disease, neurons in that area start to deteriorate, and this causes dopamine levels to drop. When dopamine levels drop, it causes abnormal brain activity, causing the most commonly recognized symptoms, shaking and tremors.
What is the cause of Parkinson's disease and how does someone get it?
Currently, there is actually no known cause of the disease. However, several factors seem to contribute to acquiring the disease, such as genes, experimental triggers, the presence of Lewy bodies, and synuclein in Lewy bodies.
Thank you for sitting down with me. This is very informative and I learned a lot, as I'm sure many others did.
Now that Dr. Batarse has told us the origins of the disease and how it comes about, Pam is going to sit down with Helene, a loved one of a man with Parkinson's disease.
Hi Helene, how are you today?
Fine, thank you. And yourself?
I'm good. Thanks for coming to talk to us today. Can you start off by telling me your relationship to the patient?
I'm married to a man named Randy who struggles with Parkinson's disease.
I see, and I understand you've done a lot of research on the disease to learn more. Can you tell me, in general, who this disease mainly affects?
Many don't realize that 7 to 10 million people around the world suffer from Parkinson's disease. In the U.S., there's around 1.5 million people who have it, and around 60,000 are diagnosed each year. It affects people mainly over 60, but it can be diagnosed in your 50s. Also, it affects men most often, which makes sense that my husband has it and not me.
And how does living with someone who struggles with this disease affect you?
It's very hard on me because not only do I have to see a loved one suffer, but I also have to take care of him and help him with everyday activities.
Can you give me some examples, please?
Sure, I have to pour his drinks every time he gets thirsty and sometimes help him write when he has to handwrite something because his hand is extremely shaky. I have to cook for him too because if not, he would drop all the dishes. It's the little things like that mostly, but I constantly have to help.
So this takes up a lot of your free time, I assume.
Well, yes, of course, living with someone who suffers from Parkinson's is not easy, especially since there is no cure. You need to be ready to help at any point in the day. It hurts me to see him struggle, so I sacrifice my own time to help him as much as I can.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate you being here to inform more people about the struggles of living with someone affected by this terrible disease.
Now that we've seen how devastating the effects are on loved ones, Pam is going to sit down with an actual person living with the disease to see what they struggle with daily.
Thank you for being with us, Tony.
No problem. What can I assist you with?
Can you begin by telling us some of the symptoms of the disease that you deal with regularly?
Some simple changes that have occurred since I've gotten Parkinson's are changes in my handwriting, changes in the way I walk. Like I tend to hunch over a lot, shuffle my feet, and also get really dizzy sometimes.
Now, you said those are simple. Are there more severe symptoms?
There are definitely more severe symptoms, which luckily I either haven't had to deal with yet or they've been fixed with my surgery. Some of these symptoms are the most common: shaking, tremors, loss of smell, and emotionless face, muscle tension, and depression and anxiety.
So you say you've undergone a surgery to correct some of your symptoms. Can you tell us about that along with other treatments?
Well, treatment depends on each individual's specific symptoms. Medication, surgery, and simple lifestyle changes are all options. Medications either replace dopamine or mimic its effects to correct smooth movement. I underwent deep brain stimulation surgery to fix my shaking and tremors, and luckily it has been successful for now. Also, lifestyle changes such as taking vitamins can help, but are not proven to work. Exercise is extremely important for all people with Parkinson's and is vital to improving coordination.
How did your symptoms affect your everyday life before your surgery?
I would need help from my family to do simple tasks such as brushing my teeth. Doing it on my own would take me around 20 minutes each time. I also need help tying my shoes and tie when I would have to go to work. Even after my surgery, I still need help with things like writing and walking. People underestimate Parkinson's disease, but it really makes you feel like you have to depend on other people for the rest of your life and you can never be independent.
Thank you so much for sharing your experiences with us. It really means a lot and helps to spread awareness.
Today's episode was very eye-opening. Pam, myself, and I'm sure many of our viewers learned a lot from the guests we had on to talk to us and describe key aspects of Parkinson's disease. I know I was unaware of how hard it really is to perform simple everyday tasks when suffering from Parkinson's disease. Like Tony said, many people underestimate how hard it is to live with the disease. I hope today's special changed many people's viewpoints and helped spread awareness. On behalf of 6 Minutes, I thank you all for tuning in. Have a good day.